Well guys, it got a little scary last night. I was up in the loft and I was just listening to a little cruisy doozy investor presentation when I received an email that, boy, did it startle me. If Shane Dawson was doing this video, he'd say, and this is what the headline of the email said. It said, economic crash before Christmas 2019. And I said, oh my gosh, are they kidding me? What are they talking about? An economic crash before Christmas? That's in like 12 days. I'm looking at the timestamp. And this email came through at 1:13 a.m. and it came with a Word document. I'm like, I gotta look at this. Oh my gosh, this is scaring me. And so it totally distracted me from my cruisy doozy investor presentation. I had to put it on pause for a moment. I had to say, what is this? It says there will be no jingle bells or decking the halls with holly this year in America. Economic collapse coming before Christmas 2019. Watch for it to possibly begin with problems in the German Deutsche Bank, the euro, and the yen. For us in America, it will likely begin on a Friday, sometime between now and Christmas time. Quote, they, okay, those bad guys, they, the higher powers, they have developed a plan to prevent a bank run. And let me just say, like, that's not scary. Like, thank goodness they, like, prevented a way to make a bank run. Like, oh my gosh, that's actually a good thing, okay? On that particular Friday, the internet will mysteriously go down. The entire internet is going to mysteriously go down. Cell phone service and ATM machines will also go down. Banks will close their doors around noon. Quote, they will promise that everything will be fixed in a few days, but that will be a bold-faced lie. On Saturday of that same weekend, a possible trigger event might occur. What the heck is a trigger event? On Saturday, people will be pounding on their bank doors to be demanding their money. Can you imagine me like going into my bank, like Chase Bank? Hey, give me my money, bro. Give me my money. Oh yeah, that sounds so real. Then on Monday, the worldwide stock market crash will take place. And when the banks open on Monday morning, people will discover that all of their accumulated paper, promissory notes, assets are all gone, deleted, erased, liquidated. Bank accounts, 401ks, IRAs, thrift saving plans, pensions, all gone in one day. It's all over. It's game over. Your account's gonna say zero. Your brokerage is gonna say zero. Your bank account's gonna say zero. You're gonna go for your mama for some money. She's gonna say, hey, I ain't got no money in my purse. It says zero. And I'm talking zero back like when Robert De Niro was in Lax Action Hero, okay? But listen, guys, okay? Listen. I'm gonna bet this guy is selling some gold or silver, okay? As I'm reading this scary email, so scary, I'm like, I bet you this guy has a little plan to sell us some gold or silver. And essentially, if you guys didn't already know, a lot of these gold bugs or silver brokers, these people that, you know, will sell you gold or sell you silver. And actually, I had a good friend that just called me yesterday and he's like, oh yeah, this guy's trying to sell me silver for $19 or $20 an ounce, when silver yesterday was $17 an ounce. A lot of these guys, like they're salesmen, and they try to sell people with fear of like the dollar would become worthless and all assets and all stocks and like all companies become worthless overnight or something like that. And the only thing that people will care about in that scenario, according to these folks, are gold and silver, and especially gold. And so these guys, they want to do anything possible to scare you, so you go ahead and you buy some gold and they make a commission off that, and hopefully also the gold price goes up. So if they do own gold, gold also becomes more expensive. This is what these guys do, okay? He said they should have transferred their funds out of the stock market and banks and bought tangible gold and silver. Oh, there it is. So beautiful, just as I thought it would be. This guy's saying, go ahead, transfer all your money out of the stock market, all the money out of your bank accounts. You need to put all that money in gold, silver, food, and water, and put additional cash in secure lock boxes and safes. Yes, because in a world where all of a sudden we all have no money, your money is gonna all of a sudden be safe in a lockbox or at your house. And I can promise you, if everybody went into world chaos tomorrow and no one had any money, I can promise you no one will be safe. There will be no jingle bells or decking the halls with holly this year. Instead, it will be back to the bread and soup lines, worse than what happened in the 1929 Great Depression. Truly, the Grinch will steal away Christmas this year. And by the way, please warn others about this highly plausible happening, because I want them to possibly buy some gold or silver from me as well, okay? Oh, and by the way, P.S. I am not a financial advisor, so I cannot legally give you financial advice. But I will say this, that if it were me, which it is me, I would have followed the advice given on this paper, which is essentially advice to sell all of any asset you have, essentially stocks, real estate, take all your money out of your bank accounts, everything, and just put it all into gold and silver. Because it's funny, these people think like anybody's going to care about gold and silver. I can tell you, I can promise you that if I didn't have any gold and silver and I didn't have a way to feed my family, you're gonna die. So let's look here, guys. Essentially, we have 2 Fridays for this to happen, okay, before Christmas, okay? December 13th and December 20th. And being that today is December 13th, looks like the internet's still running fine. It looks like the world is still intact. The stock markets aren't doing much of anything today. It doesn't look like any type of global chaos, okay? So essentially, that means we have 1 Friday left, okay? December 20th. This is going to be the Friday when it all goes down, supposedly. And by that Saturday, remember, he says we're all going to be at our banks, slamming on the doors, demanding for money, because all of our brokerage accounts are going to say $0. All of our bank accounts are going to say $0. Savings accounts, everything is going to be 0, 0, 0. We're going to be pounding those doors, smashing them in. It's going to be complete chaos, okay? He's saying by Monday the 23rd, we're going to be in soup lines, guys, asking for just give me a little ramen noodles. And I can promise you, hey, man, I got the ramen noodles on deck. So let me just tell you guys, you want, if you can't eat on that Monday, come to my house. I'll invite you over, okay? We'll cook up the biggest batch of ramen you ever seen in your life. La Maruchan, oh my gosh, guys, I got the beef and the chicken. We can even have a little bit of both, but we can't eat it all that day, because remember, we're going to need some of that, ramen for the later days, because remember, we're going to be eating, soup lines for at least a few years or something like that. Unless you have gold, if you have gold, you're going to be so set, you're going to be like the king of the world, okay? Here's why these gold and silver bugs are so damn desperate. Oh my gosh, these guys are desperate, okay? Over the past number of years, gold has gone absolutely nowhere. Matter of fact, it's gone down. Look at where gold prices were just back in 2011, 2012. They were significantly higher than where they're at here today in 2019. These guys are desperate, and I mean beyond desperate. The brokers are desperate to sell people gold and silver, and the people that are heavily invested in this stuff have just seen their wealth go down. They've become less wealthy and less wealthy over time. Meanwhile, the rest of the world has gotten richer and richer, or at least people that own other assets, okay, other than gold and silver, okay? If you invest in the stock market in any shape, way, or form, okay, essentially you've probably made quite a bit of money over the past decade. That shows you a chart of the S&P 500 right there, okay? If you own an asset such as real estate, where have you seen? You've seen the prices go up. And so you have become wealthier, and your wealth has increased because your real estate has gone up. So these folks that sell gold and silver out there, they try to sell fear, and they sell fear, and they get people to believe it, and oh my gosh, it's the end of the world, and blah, blah, blah. They get them to believe that. They get them to buy gold and silver, and then these people see their their wealth shrink and shrink and shrink, why the other people that actually own asset producers, such as like companies that continue to build their businesses out, where do their wealth go? Up and up and up. And people that own real estate, whether you actually own a home or you're a real estate investor, what have happened to real estate prices over the last decade? They've gone up and gotten more and more expensive. So we've seen everybody get more rich except for the people that own gold and silver. All that's happened with those folks is they have seen their wealth decline, and that's why these guys are so desperate. And they will sell you any story. They will paint even the most optimistic story as a pessimistic story. They will do whatever it takes, literally whatever it takes, to try to get other people to buy into gold and silver so they can hopefully make a commission on that, or if they're heavily invested in it, hopefully they can see their asset increase, which obviously it's done nothing but decrease since 2011, 2012. Prices were, approaching $2,000 an ounce for gold, and now we're at what, $1,500? And we've had all this time pass, years and years and years, and a ton of volatile situations happen, and all we've seen is gold decrease in price. And so it's just a joke in the end, and eventually there will be a recession and whatnot, and I can promise you during that next recession, whenever that happens, I highly doubt gold will increase in price, and I highly doubt silver will increase in price. The only way you can get assets like that to really increase in any fundamental way is by just putting a massive amount of fear in the market, and these emails to be spread all over the place, and people to believe in this and just get a very, very pessimistic tone, and so they think they got to put their money in gold and silver. And I can promise you, anybody that's bought gold and silver over the past number of years is regretting it, because they could have bought any home out there, they could have bought pretty much any stock out there, and they would have done a lot better than what they've done in gold. Guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and share this video.